Wild footage has emerged of Israelis on the northern border narrowly escaping rocket fire on the roads. Things are seriously escalating with Hezbollah. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant is warning that Hamas and Iran are plotting a second October 7th for the month of Ramadan. And Joe Biden made some bombshell statements during an interview with NBC. All this and a whole lot more here on today's show. Stay tuned. I'm Justin, and this is the Israel Guys. Welcome to the Israel Guys, where we believe that in a world of Jew hatred and anti-Israel propaganda, you should have a direct connection to the land and people of Israel. Welcome back to the show, guys. It's great to be back with you here today. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on the show here. First off, you know what to do. Make sure to subscribe, please, wherever you're watching on YouTube or Rumble. Give us a follow. Also, like this video and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of the content that we're putting out 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. Also, go check out our other social media pages. We're on all the major ones: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Give us a follow there. Guys, this is one of your last chances to enter this month's giveaway. This is a huge merch package that we're giving away. Almost $200 worth of merch. A couple t-shirts, an Israeli leather patch hat, bracelets, several of our books, and a biblical Heartland tumbler. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity. All you have to do is click the link in the description below. Fill out your email address to sign up for our email list, and boom, you're in the raffle. We'll be picking the raffle winner here in a couple days, so don't miss out on this opportunity. Click the link in the description. Guys, things are seriously heating up with Lebanon and Hezbollah. Check out this wild footage of Israelis. This is on the road. This is on a road in northern Israel. They're like literally almost weaving in between rockets, narrowly escaping rocket fire. Check out this video.
וואי, שמעו.
וואי, מלא.
וואו, מה זה נועם? צא להם! דברים, נופלים דברים. נועם, נופלים דברים.
יואו, איזה בובי!
וואו!
סע.
צא כבר! אני עושה, מה אתם רוצים שאני אתפוצץ? וואו, הנה הנפילות.
יואו!
וואי!
אני לא מאמינה!
נפילות!
וואלה! תראו לשם! אלעד, תפוס את הילדים, אלעד! תפוס את הילדים, אלעד!
נועם! הנה, נופל פה, בהר ליד.
That is wild. Like crazy, right? Hezbollah has been firing several barrages, multiple barrages of rockets towards Israel in the past week. Also, the IDF has been responding very strongly, taking the Air Force in, boom, hitting different rocket launching sites. Josiah talked about it in more detail on his show on Tuesday, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But things are escalating with Hezbollah. With Lebanon, everyone is saying it's only a matter of time. It's not if Israel invades Lebanon, it's when. And the feeling here in Israel is that it's going to be sooner rather than later, and that Israel is going to take care of this threat on the northern border. The question is are they going to finish off Hamas in Gaza first before they go into Lebanon, or are they going to do some kind of split fronts when they go into Lebanon? I guess we'll see in the coming days, coming weeks. Just a quick update about what's going on in Gaza. On Tuesday night, there was joint ground and aerial activity. 8 significant terror targets were struck in an area of Gaza from which rockets were fired earlier in the day. That same day, rockets were fired towards the city of Ashkelon. So the IDF went in, they did joint ground and aerial cooperation, and they struck 8 terror targets. Also, some tunnel shafts and infrastructure were hit by the IDF. You can see in all these videos that the IDF is working hard to destroy these terror, lots of tunnel shafts, all this infrastructure. Most of this was Tuesday night. According to Arutz Sheva, quote, in western Khan Yunis, ground troops conducted targeted raids on compounds and located weapons and military equipment. In one operation, the troops killed 5 terrorists by firing a precise missile at a vehicle the terrorists were driving in. Furthermore, IDF fighter jets struck 2 military compounds and killed terrorists located inside the compounds. So, despite what you might be hearing on the news, on the mainstream media, IDF is making great progress. They're doing a fantastic job in Gaza. Honestly, they're in the heart of Gaza, and it's only a matter of time before Khan Yunis, before Rafah is destroyed, and before Yahya Sinwar is captured. They believe he's hiding under the tunnels, or in the tunnels underneath of Khan Yunis. So I believe that it's only a matter of time before Israel completely finishes off Gaza. That is, if the rest of the world or if the U.S. administration does not stop them. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant is warning that Hamas and Iran are plotting a, quote, second October 7th for the month of Ramadan, which is coming up very, very quickly. Ramadan starts somewhere in the beginning of March, I guess a couple days from now. He had this to say on Tuesday. This is Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. He said this, quote, Iran-backed terror groups are plotting to turn the Islamic holy month of Ramadan into the, quote, second phase of October 7th and set the Middle East on fire. The main goal of Hamas is to take Ramadan with an emphasis on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem and turn it into the second phase of their plan that began on October 7th. This is the main goal of Hamas, and it is being amplified by Iran and Hezbollah. We cannot let them have this, and that means we need to do everything we can to bring calm to the area. We must not give Hamas what it failed to achieve during the beginning of the war and let it achieve unity of the battlefields. I believe this warning is really good, really important, that Yoav Gallant is talking about here, because the battle is not just happening in Gaza. It's not just happening in Lebanon with Hezbollah. Since October 7th, in Judea and Samaria, around 3,250 Palestinian terror suspects have been captured in arrest raids. This is in just Judea, Samaria, and the Jordan Valley, and more than 1,350 of these arrests, or of these suspects, they were associated with Hamas. So the battlefield really is, it's not just in Gaza, it's not just in Lebanon, it's also in Judea and Samaria. And Yoav Gallant is warning that the second part of their plan is going to unfold during the month of Ramadan, and he's saying they need to be prepared for this. They were caught off guard on October 7th. The IDF was caught off guard, and it was a big, it was sort of a failure on the part of the intelligence. So he's warning they need to be prepared for the worst. Ramadan is always known as, the Arabs are always more violent during the month of Ramadan, so he's warning that they need to be prepared for anything that could happen. Also, there have been several thousand terror attacks that have happened in Judea and Samaria. It seems like no one is talking about that because, everyone's focused on Gaza, everyone's focused on Lebanon, and no one has really been talking. But there have been several thousand terror attacks in Gaza. So Yoav Gallant is warning that they need to be prepared for the worst. I want to tell you about one of the best ways to support Israel right now. You should join the Heartland Challenge. Pick one item that you use on a regular basis and commit to only purchasing that item from Judea and Samaria. If you're wondering how in the world you can purchase products from Judea and Samaria, our friends at Blessed by Israel make it super simple for you. They source incredible boutique products from small businesses located in Judea and Samaria and ship those products straight to your doorstep. We partnered with Blessed by Israel to promote the Heartland Challenge, encouraging supporters of Israel all around the world to commit to using only certain products just from Judea and Samaria. So whether it's olive oil, tea, soap, ceramics, or something else, Blessed by Israel is encouraging everyone to buy what you believe in, and then share that message with your community and friends. It's time to build and invest in the heartland of Israel. Join the Heartland Challenge and start making a difference today. To find out more, go to blessedbyisrael.com. Again, that is blessedbyisrael.com. To find out more, you can use the code INVEST at checkout for $5 off of your first order. Link will be in the description below. So, our president, Joe Biden, did an interview with Seth Meyers on NBC's Late Night on Monday. Biden noted that the Israel Defense Forces campaign against Hamas in Gaza has so far, quote, had the overwhelming support of the vast majority of nations. However, he went on to say, if it keeps this up without changing this incredibly conservative government they have, and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and others, I've known every major foreign policy leader in Israel since Golda Meir. That's how old Joe Biden is. They're going to lose support from around the world, and that is not in Israel's interest. So first of all, this transcript is horrible because keep in mind that this is Joe Biden talking, so it's very hard to read a transcript of what Joe Biden is saying. But he is warning that with Israel's incredibly conservative government, in his own words, this is a horrible thing, an incredibly conservative government, and he's warning again about National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. He's warning that if they keep this up, if Israel keeps destroying Hamas, if they keep destroying terrorists from the world, then they're going to lose support from Israel. That's ridiculous. He's saying he knows Israel. He's almost implying that he knows Israel better than Netanyahu does. He's known every major leader since Golda Meir, and he's saying they're going to lose support from around the world because of their incredibly conservative government if they keep on bombing Gaza the way they do. But that's not even the worst part of his interview. This is wild. This is the bombshell statement that he made. He said that a ceasefire in Gaza could be imminent. He talked about it the other day as well while he was eating ice cream in an ice cream parlor. A reporter asked him about a ceasefire. Josiah talked about it on the show on Tuesday. But he said a ceasefire in Gaza could be imminent, claiming that Israel had agreed to pause its military offensive during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan, which begins in early March. I'll read that again. Joe Biden claimed that Israel had agreed to pause its military offensive during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. What on earth? Where did Joe Biden get this from? That is insane. He's saying Israel's going to pause its military offensive? Like, really? It's going to be a one-sided ceasefire and still let Hamas rain down rockets on Israel, let Hezbollah rain down rockets on Israel? Israel's going to pause its military offensive, not keep attacking Hamas, let Hamas, give Hamas time to regroup, rearm, and attack Israel again? What on earth? Like, what planet is he living on? He said, quote, there's a process underway that I think if we get that temporary ceasefire, we're going to be able to move in a direction where we can change the dynamic and not have a two-state solution immediately. But a process to get to a two-state solution, a process to guarantee Israel's security and the independence of the Palestinians. Still, he's talking about a two-state solution as well, which in this time is 100% unrealistic, absolutely stupid that anyone would be talking about a two-state solution at this point. Literally rewarding the Palestinians for what they did on October 7th. Here, you committed a terror attack. Here you go. Have a state. Please take a state from us. That's literally what Joe Biden is trying to do. According to JNS, quote, however, Israel's Ynet quoted senior Israeli officials on Tuesday morning as saying that they do not understand, quote, what the American president's optimism is based on. Maybe his optimism was based on that he was eating ice cream at the time. This is absolutely insane what Joe Biden is saying. Even Hamas, of all people, Hamas, they told Reuters that Biden's statement was premature and did not align with the situation on the ground. So Joe Biden has his facts completely wrong. He has no idea what it is talking about. I think we all know that, but it's still insane that he would say that Israel is going to pause their military offensive during the month of Ramadan. I saw this from JNS. This was from this same article, but they're talking about how Joe Biden is sort of right now, he's getting frustrated with Benjamin Netanyahu. And it almost seems like a rift is being created between the Biden administration and Israel right now. This is from JNS. Disagreements over the war against Hamas are driving Biden towards a, quote, breach with Netanyahu, who he believes can no longer be influenced even in private. The Washington Post reported earlier this month, citing insiders in Washington. Quoting 19 senior administration officials and outside advisors, the newspaper said that Biden's mounting frustration with Netanyahu has led some White House aides to suggest that the president ramp up public criticism of the IDF operation in Gaza. The Wall Street Journal reported on February 1st that Biden is frustrated over the number of casualties in Gaza, the displacement of civilians from their homes, quote, and the lack of a roadmap for ending the fighting. On February 11th, senior Biden administration official told NBC News that, quote, there is a growing divide between the U.S. and Israel, specifically over the looming IDF offensive in Rafah. So Biden is getting frustrated with Netanyahu because Netanyahu is not doing exactly as he says. And so now Biden is pouting that for once someone is not listening to him and doing exactly as he says. Honestly, I don't why is the Biden administration, why are they so concerned about Rafah? Why do they care that the IDF does not go into Rafah? They do not want the IDF to go into Rafah. This is the last remaining major stronghold of Hamas in Rafah, and Hamas needs to be destroyed from the face of the earth, just like the U.S. did to ISIS, just like they destroyed ISIS from the face of the earth. This is what Israel is doing to Hamas. So why does the U.S. administration care so much about what the IDF is doing in Rafah? Is very crazy times that we're living in. But I want to end the show on a positive note. I like to do that because we're living in a world of negativity, a lot of darkness that is happening, but we want to be a positive voice of truth from the Heartland. We want to put out positive stuff whenever we can. So check out this video. This is Jewish farmers who are from southern Israel. They drove past the fence in Gaza and they started plowing fields in Gaza in preparation for hopefully Israel going back into Gaza. Lord willing. Watch this video.
גאווה גדולה, טרקטור מגיע עד התלם האחרון. שדות עד הים, אנחנו עכשיו מתחילים את המהלך עד הניצחון. עד הניצחון. זורים שדות במקום גדרות. תמונת הניצחון, חוזרים מעזה אחרי ביצוע חריש בתוך שדות עזה. זה הדרך.
So I thought that video was really great. Let's hope and pray that Israel has the strength to do what they need to do to completely eradicate Hamas from the face of the earth, to achieve total victory. Like Netanyahu has said over and over again, they want to achieve total victory over Hamas, and that is really, really what they need to do. Pray for Israel. Pray that the Biden administration backs off, that they don't interfere with what Israel needs to do anymore. Guys, don't forget to check out Blessed by Israel. That's blessed BUYIsrael.com to support the Heartland of Israel and to buy what you believe in. Don't forget to subscribe, get the conversation going down below. Let me know what you think about the different topics that we're talking about, or if you have any questions, I'll try and jump on there and answer your questions. As always, tune out the fake news and tune into what is actually happening here in the land of Israel. We'll be back every day, Monday through Friday, with your direct connection to the land and people of Israel.